We are here at Mound City Auctions. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's just warehouse, like a strip of little warehouses. You can't really see it. Right there. Warehouses. Anyway, I didn't record inside because, I don't know, it's their business. I didn't want to. So they have it. It's a very organized warehouse. I really like it. They have moved because their first warehouse was a disaster. It was terrible. I think they actually got bought out by someone else. So the new management or whoever's doing it is excellent, and everything is well organized, and it looks great inside. So I will flip this around and show you in a minute. I got a whole bunch of postcards, and it's a lot more than I expected, so I'm very happy with that. And I probably will do a video flip through. I don't know if anyone cares, but if you like postcards, I'm gonna flip through each one and show it on a video. So hold on a second. Alright, so this is just like each lot. So this was like a separate lot that I won. So I think there's like 8 of these here. So these are all just vintage postcards. So yeah, I don't even know if I mentioned in the beginning in my intro. So yes, this is this week's Mound City Auction wins. They had a whole bunch of Star Trek toys. Not Star Trek. I wish it was Star Trek. I would have been on it. Star Wars toys. I don't. For the last 2 weeks, they've been auctioning off Star Wars toys. I'm just, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. Plenty of other sellers want to deal with it. All those bids go very high. So I just wanted to do postcards. I haven't done postcards before. I just wanted to try something new. I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to have to research it, the best way to resell them, and who to market it to. So I'm quite excited to learn about postcards and the best way to move them along. Okay, this is the huge box of postcards I got. A flat of postcards. And so I'm going to do a quick flip through. This might take a while because I did get like 8 lots. So, like I said, they're very good at numbering their lots. So when you go into their warehouse, they can find this stuff pretty easily. So, yeah, let's just go through these postcards. So I mentioned before, I don't know what these are. These are not postcards. What is this? This is a ribbon from a Maple Leaf Social Circle. I don't know. Wow, what is that? St. Louis. So this is all St. Louis memorabilia stuff, I'm sure. These are all from people in St. Louis. And then this is, I do not know what the Maple Social Circle is. That's pretty cool. So, you know, if I repeat myself, I apologize. So the reason I bought these postcards is numerous reasons. One, I really have been into junk journals lately. If you don't understand what junk journals are, just Google it. Essentially, it's just scrapbooking and the latest trend in scrapbooking. Is this pulled down? This is like a little, I guess it got cut off or something. I don't know, or maybe something dangles on it. Anyway, I'm into junk journaling, and you also know I'm a reseller on eBay and Etsy, and honestly, vintage paper sometimes does really well because this day and age, you know, people just don't use paper as much anymore. They don't send postcards in the mail anymore. They send texts and email pictures and stuff, and so I just feel like this paper stuff is like, I know postcards are worth money. I don't know how much they're worth. I don't know how people sell them. I haven't researched that yet. So I got it for resale, hopefully, whether if I sell them individually in lots, I don't know. And then I also got some that I'm going to keep for junk journaling. And also, I just love looking at old vintage stuff. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Let's just flip through these real quick. And so this is a blank one. Blank postcard. So I have, these are just blank ones. So when I was a kid, we always picked up postcards as souvenirs. These are all blank. So this lot looks like they're all blank. And I haven't done my research yet. Ooh, that's a nice, this has to be like Canadian Rockies. I haven't done the research yet. I keep repeating myself. Oh my God, my mind is going in 20 directions. So I will research this to see the best way to sell them. Like, are they more desirable when they're blank? Are they more desirable when they have writing on them? I would think they're more desirable if they have writing on them, because a couple months ago, I I bought a diary that reminded me from a diary I had in the 80s, and I was just going to resell it. I assumed it was blank, and I got home from an estate sale and opened it up, and it was completely full. I almost threw it away. Okay, this one is written on. I almost threw this journal away. And then I looked on eBay. People buy used journals, and I sold it right away for $24.95, and I paid like $1 for it. So maybe, you know, just the way that we are, we love, like, you look at YouTube, you love watching, I love watching other people. So maybe people like to read journals or diaries from people from a long time ago. Maybe they'll want to read like what's written on this postcard. Maybe that makes it more desirable. So, aren't these cool? These are, and then the best thing I like is they have a slight vintage smell, but they're not overpowering. If you ever deal with anything vintage, you know, sometimes the smell can be a bit obnoxious. Look at this one, that looks really old. But these do not have an overpowering smell, just a slight smell. That makes me very happy. Don't mind the slight smell, because that way you know they really are vintage and they're not reproductions. Because with the, you know, scrapbooking craze, you do have to be careful. People do create reproductions online and sell them for people who like to do scrapbooking and they don't want to purchase vintage stuff. So, oh, this one's Naples, Florida. I'm sorry if I'm flipping through too quickly. I'm just looking at these postcards. See, this is to someone in Illinois. Don't know what people want to see, like, postcard-wise. I'm just sorting, like, blank ones to one side, written ones on the other. These are all so pretty. So yeah, I have a whole box of postcards, personally, from when I was a kid. And then when I graduated college and I worked at Yellowstone, I definitely bought a lot of postcards for souvenirs, and then me and my sister would send postcards to each other just as souvenirs. Oh my god, these are really old. What is this? This is like a maple leaf social circle. I don't know what that is. I gotta Google it. Isn't that cool? That is very neat. And then another one. I don't know what a social circle is. All right. Oh my god. 1890. That is really, really old. December 13th, 1890. And it's like in near perfect condition for being over 100 years old. That's crazy. That might be worth it right there. Let's see. 1892. I cannot believe how good of a condition it is. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. I don't know what this is. This is just like a card. This is like an invite card. 1891. Alright, I'm going to put that stuff, all that social circle stuff, I'm putting to the side. And then I'm actually putting the postcards back in the bag, just so, because each lot I paid a different amount. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to wash this. For each lot, my max bid was $30. I think only one went to my max bid. All the others I paid between $7 and $22. Is one of these worth $22? I don't know. Since I don't know, I just was taking a chance. The other thing I was going to talk about is, like, yeah, I don't know anything about postcards, but I always like learning something new. So just buying, I don't always see postcards. So I just thought buying these postcards would give me a chance to learn something new, because I will research them to see if it was worth the buy, if I'm just going to keep them all for junk journaling, or sell them to collectors, sell them to junk journal people. I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. But right now I'm just going to look through them. So now this package is like booklets of postcards. Oh, Mackinac Island, Michigan. I have been there. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. That is really cool. And then, so these are like booklets. I remember when you could buy booklets of postcards. You still find postcards like at gas stations and stuff. but not nearly as much as when we were kids. And also, like, they're way expensive. Like, you used to get like 10 for $1. Now sometimes they're like $1.50 for one. It's crazy. So this is to going to someone in Bunker Hill, Illinois. That's cool. And like, look at this. They didn't even have a street address, just Bunker Hill, Illinois, and it was and they could deliver it. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, these are Galveston, Texas. These are really old. Does it say on the date? 1956. Chicago. So this is all a group from someone from Bunker Hill, Illinois. Oh my God, look at this one. These are really old. Very pretty. What is that? Vicksburg, Mississippi. So these are monuments. I'm sorry, my eyesight's not the best. Vicksburg, Mississippi. Is it Mississippi? Yeah. And then another one. This one is Vicksburg, Mississippi. Oh my God, so cool. And then this one was Michigan. This is gonna be a long video. I'm already at 9 minutes and I'm only on package 2. Sorry, I'm gonna go through all the packages. You guys might not stick through the whole thing. That's okay. I still want to. Tombstone in Boot Hill, Arizona. Interesting. Again, look, it just says Bunker Hill and it was delivered. Nowadays, if you return to sender, you gotta have a P.O. box, you gotta have a street address, you gotta have the correct zip code. You postal people are not, back in the day, if the address wasn't right, they'd still know you. If you were in a small town, they'd still deliver. Oh my God, I like this one just for the oranges. I'm keeping this one. You kind of like have a whole orange shelf or collection of like vintage Florida with various stuff. Is this Florida though? Streamline? Oh, this is California. California Orange Grove. Oh, duh. Turn it around, it says Southern California. These are really old. Shreveport, oh, that's Louisiana, right? And then Mackinac Island. I've been there. That's cool. And then here's another one, Mackinac Island. This is a Lake Superior. Oh, is that the arch? I recognize this. That should be the St. Louis Arch right there. So what is this? 5 different pictorial postcards canceled on the first day of issue. 1972. So this was before I was born. All these are before I was born. Let's see. Why does it have the St. Louis Arch on it, but these aren't St. Louis, because that's California right there. Interesting. It's New York. So pretty. Liberty Bell. I don't know why I have the arch on them, but they're all over the US. Okay. And then this one is, oof, they all got writing on me. Look at that. January 9th, 19. Does that mean 2019? Or, no, it's duh. It hasn't, that's not even happened yet. 1919? Is that what it means? Oh, what does it mean? Does it have a year anywhere on these? I wonder if it means 1919. That means these are like super, super old. Oh my God. This one is 12/1/18. And this one's 1975, so I don't know. It's also like, this is from a foreign country, so I know they write their dates different. I don't know. No, it is. It's 1919. Oh my God. These are super, super old. Wow. That's very impressive. All right. That was really cool. Alright, let's get that bag out. Another bag. Oh my god, these are so cool. Okay, so these are, let me just flip through real quick. Yeah, most of these have been written on. That's okay. I think that's cool. So I think this is like, so they're writing to someone in St. Louis, Missouri, but it's all, I think, like someone traveled. So these are all from foreign countries. Yeah, these are all like, I don't know languages. Is it French, Italy? This one's Italy. Okay, we're just gonna assume someone went on a tour of Italy. Paris, that one says Paris. Oh my god, is that not awesome? Look at that. I don't even know what she's saying. Still in Paris. Sure, not yet assigned to duty. Not assigned to duty? Oh my goodness. 9/29/18. So, wow. I'm not even going to pretend I know anything about history. So, what war that was, or what military. This is obviously maybe someone in the military. Oh my god, these are super old. And I can't read this writing. Perfectly beautiful, off to something tonight, love, Adrian. Oh my goodness. And did I mention these don't smell? This is over 100 years. This is almost exactly 2018. This is 100 years old. And it doesn't reek. I am so excited. They really don't write that much sometimes. It's going to take me a little bit to decipher this writing. Something like yeah. Seriously, I cannot read that. December 31st, 1918. Amazing. This one's an Indiana one, and that's not Indiana. Columbia ice fields. That one's not enough. Let's see. That one's written on. This is 1956. Here we go back to the person from 1919. This is typical of the entire city. There are 7 shell holes in my, oh my god, there are 7 shell holes in my ceiling and hotel Continental. I'm in the 2nd floor. Wow. So this is definitely during a war. Oh my god, that's so fascinating. Let's see. Now don't you something away because I hope you stay a few months after I get home. I don't want Mother to have all the pleasure of your visit. Happy New Year, Adrian. Huh. Oh my goodness. I can see why I can understand why someone bought a used journal. It is fascinating reading what this person says. Oh my goodness. Maybe if I didn't have these upside down, it'd go easier. Oh my god, I just feel like it's kind of spooky knowing I'm holding a card that someone wrote in 100 years ago. Sunday, wish you were all with me, Adrian. Who's it? Dearest Mother. So this one he wrote to Mother. Okay. Oh my god, look at that picture. God, they're showing, like, see, this is cardboard, so I am confused, but this looks like a picture, like, of, like, during the whatever war this is, but it's cardboard, so they, like, they got postcards that soon, or is this, like, after? Okay, yeah, this is after Great War, 1914, 1918, and he went in 1918, so this is, like, right after that war. And then I guess he got these at the post office. Oh my God, these are, like, just so fascinating. Alright, I'm just going to flip through. These are all very similar. I'm taking too long. This is okay. This one's an actual, like, glossy photograph. And this one is back to the Bunker Hill person. And then this is just, oh, that's cute. Like a Christmas card in 1815. Oh my goodness. These cards are so beautiful. A Christmas card. Is that true? They don't even teach cursive anymore? I love writing cursive. So, like, if I asked my niece to be able to read the back of this, she probably would not be able to read it at all. Look at that. That is beautiful. Like an envelope from a hotel in Texas. Alright. I got more. I got so many more. I'm just going to quickly flip through this. So this is definitely really old. Old ones. Old. Oh my goodness. Here's a Christmas card. Oh, that one's beautiful. That's German, right? Yeah, I took German 3 years in college, and I cannot speak any German whatsoever. 3 years, and I can't do anything in German. It's crazy. It was a fun class. I just have a really bad memory and no talent for languages. I barely passed, but I had to take a language, and I thought Germany is very interesting, so I wanted to learn how to speak German. I just couldn't do it. But I knew enough to be able to, pass the test. I know I didn't get an A in it. I think the teacher felt sorry for me and gave me a B. I tried. I just have no talent for languages. You know how some people just can, like, speak all kinds of languages? No talent for me. What is this? Soldier's Mail. Oh my gosh. Just like, it's the Adrian again, and he's writing in French. Oh my goodness. So yes, he was definitely a soldier. Oh, I hit my tripod. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. It's so fascinating. Alright. I got 1, 2, 3, 5 more bags. You know what? I promise. I'm just going to flip through quickly, because it's already 22 minutes. If I can get this bag open. It's kind of cold today. It snowed. I shoveled the driveway, and my hands are still cold. My hands are still cold. Okay, so these look more recent. Diplomat, Hollywood by the Sea, Florida. Interesting. That has no writing. Oh, this one has writing on it. Back to Bunker Hill. So I'm assuming all these cards came from one estate, one family. So sometimes these Mound City auctions, I noticed I feel like they sell off collections of other people. So, but this is just like a personal, like, souvenir collection. This isn't like a postcard, like a professional, you know what I'm saying? So, I like that better. It's just, I noticed, like, a lot of stuff Mound City has sold. I think they get a hold of, like, businesses going out of business and collectors needing quick cash. And this is just a typical estate sale of someone who passed away and they just want to clear everything out. So, and then if you're a reseller and you buy a bunch of stuff, I'm sure you've been asked, like, when you're checking out, and the dreaded question, what are you going to do with all this? It's like, oh my God. No one wants to answer. It's like, just, come on, people, mind your own business. So yes, when I picked up all these postcards, a super nice lady, what are you going to do with all these? I'm like, junk journal? I'm like, I make junk journals. And I'm like, if you don't know what that is, Google it. This one's beautiful. It's like, I don't want to get into a 20-minute discussion that I might sell them. Junk journal. It's like, come on now. It's like, I don't even know why they ask. They're there to make money. Don't you think other people are there to make money? And I've seen other people pick up stuff. We're all resellers that are buying from Mound City Auctions. I don't even know why they bother asking. Let's see. Or maybe no one buys postcards anymore, and she's like, why are you buying postcards? They're not worth anything. I don't know. Oh my God, look at that. That's beautiful. Where is that at? Bismarck Hotel, Chicago. Oh my goodness. Greetings from Florida. I love this one. Bunker Hill again. I can actually read this person's writing. Writing. I meant to say writing. 1966. This is a cute one. That one's not used. Oh my God. So cool. Ooh, is this Hawaii? Is this one Hawaii? I want to go to Hawaii. Is this Hawaii? No, Florida. Silver Springs. Oh my God. I remember when people wore dresses like that. And not just at prom. Every day, apparently. Oh my God. I'm putting this one to the side. Look at this. Look at all those oranges. This is a keeper. I love classic Florida orange pictures. That is awesome. Heritage Hotel. I was talking to my husband about traveling, like when we were kids. I mentioned before his father worked for Anheuser-Busch, and so he got like 6 weeks vacation, and so they'd spend a lot of the summer like just traveling, driving everywhere. And then I went on a couple of vacations with my family, with my aunt and my grandma, because I've mentioned before we had tons of cousins, and so we drove to Florida a couple times, and we were just talking about the differences because like we would always stay at Days End. And this is like way before the internet was even like a thought of. Oh my God, these are bones. Where is this at? Coster site in southern Illinois. And anyway, we would always stay at the Days Inn, and then you'd get like a booklet, and it would give you directions to all the Days Inn locations. And then his family always stayed at like Best Western. And then they did AAA, and you would go to oh, this is a long postcard. Here we go. Here's a AAA. You would go to AAA, and they would print you out like a trip ticket, and they would give you directions on how to go everywhere, and they'd print you out directions because like no one had printers at home. You know what I'm saying? So they would print you out maps and directions. And here's a shot from an airplane, and we were just had so much fun reminiscing on memories like that. So yeah, they were a Best Western family. We were a Days Inn family. Do they even have Days Inn anymore? I know they have Best Western, but I don't know. Do they even have Days Inn? It's an elk. So is this at Yellowstone? Mule deer. Oh, I was wrong. That's a mule deer. Thought for sure that was an elk. Mule deer. So, yep. I would always stay at Days Inn. And then we never flew. We always drove. We drove to Florida. And then we would rest stops. Like, they still have rest stops. But back then they had rest stops, of course. And we would stop at rest stops and just have bologna sandwiches. I love a bologna sandwich. I still love bologna sandwiches. We would just have bologna sandwiches, chips, and then like pork and beans. Like, my grandma would always have like a can of pork and beans, and we always had our pork and beans cold. And then the first time like I ate them with Robert, and he wanted to heat them up, and I'm like, what? Aren't you supposed to eat them cold? I didn't know. So we always ate ours cold. I still eat pork and beans cold. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Some of these are written on. So beautiful. Alright. Oh my god. I am 99.9% sure I had this postcard growing up. Or like everyone takes pictures of chipmunks. They're adorable. Who doesn't want a picture of a chipmunk? I actually have chipmunks in my front yard. I have 2 chipmunks in my front yard. I'll tell you this story. It's a sad story. So I love chipmunks. I think they're the best thing ever. I love them. I have no problems with them. I feed them all the time. And then there's this app called like Next Door, and it's just like it connects you like with your neighbors, and like I think they kind of mean it as like a neighborhood watch. Like if there's problems, like you write comments, and like if someone's like, oh, I saw a suspicious person, blah blah blah, and so people just start threads about that, and then also just neighborhood issues and stuff. And so I joined it, and then someone was talking about how do I get rid of chipmunks, and I'm like, what? Why would you want to get rid of chipmunks? And then like 10 people responded like the best ways to kill chipmunks. I'm like, I was horrified. I was absolutely horrified. I'm like, why are these people trying to kill their chipmunks? This was just this year too. And it's because like, oh, they make holes in the ground and they dig up stuff. It's like, who cares? This is like nature. Like, they dig up a hole, cover it back up. I just was like, just horrified that these like people are like, they don't even work on their yard that much anymore. So who cares if there's like a little hole? And maybe like they chewed through something. I'm just like, or no, I think that, what was it? They'll dig underneath your cement porch and then your foundation will give away. Sure, in like 20 years, it doesn't happen overnight. I just was like, you see a chipmunk hole, cover it back up. You don't need to kill them. I'm still upset by this. The fact that I had no idea that people are gonna like kill chipmunks because of their yard, because they have to have perfect yards and perfect grass, and it's just like, this chipmunk is not gonna cause your foundation to cave in. So I was horrified. So yeah, now I feed all the chipmunks and all the squirrels, so they all can come to my house and hang out. What is this one? This person really wants knocking out a lot. It's like, alright, let's get to the next. Ooh, ice skating. I know they're going to be able to do an outdoor ice skating rink this year. We've already got snow. For sure they'll be able to do the outdoor ice skating rink. So I do enjoy ice skating. So we will definitely have to go ice skating this year. Alright. 30 minutes. Should I stop? Are you guys bored yet? Okay, I'm just going to, they're pretty much all the same. I'm going to assume, who's that guy though? Let's open this bag. You know what? If it's too boring for you, then it's probably long gone, so sorry. Who is this? This is like someone famous, right? The Dunes Hotel, Life Begins at Minsky's, starring Pinky Lee. Don't know who that is. Does it say like a year? 1958. Oh, looks like he's someone famous. The cats. Well, the cats are trying. Robert, you can come in and just keep in mind I'm recording. I'm just showing the postcards. It did snow, honey. It snowed big time. Oh, there's a Chicago one. I don't know who that is. It's Pinky Lee. Do you know a Pinky Lee? No. If you hear that, it's the cats. Yes, Robert. It snowed like 20 feet. I don't know. Yes. It's not cold enough that it's gonna melt. Look at that. This is what our front yard looks like. That's snow right there. I did shovel the driveway. You did? And yes. Why? Because it's exercise. And I wanted to, in case the mail lady comes early, I just wanted to, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was exercise. I know it's gonna melt. Robert, he's like, who cares? He's getting his exercise because he is replacing the wood floor in the bathroom. that is his exercise for the day. Robert, some of these postcards are from 1918.
Oh my god, I didn't know they made postcards back then.
I know. It's crazy. Someone was stationed overseas writing to his parents in Illinois. Saw this postcard earlier, didn't we? It was, when you were a kid and you traveled, you stayed at Best Western, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was right. I was talking about how you stayed at Best Western. We stayed at Days Inn. Always. This person stayed at all kinds of hotels. This is Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. We've been there.
What is that place?
Hot Springs National Park,
I know,
Arkansas.
but what is that? I mean, it looks
It's
like...
the hotel. It's a big hotel.
Wow.
See, like, everything is rated AAA. I even belong to AAA. I just got my card recently. 13 years a member of AAA. I'll tell you what, it's well worth it. You lock yourself out of the car, you run out of gas, you get a flat tire and you don't want to change it. AAA is the best. I've used them for all those things. Well worth the annual fee. Look at that. I guess people don't use AAA as much anymore, because whenever I mention it to my sister, she's like, what? I was like, they just had to pay like $400 to get a truck towed. It's like, if you would have had AAA, you probably wouldn't have had to pay anything. Oh, what are these? Little flowers. What does it say? Descanso Gardens in California. Annual Camellia. Am I saying that? How do you say that, honey? Camellia? Camellia flower? It's a flower. Camellia? Camilla? Camilla show. How do you say that? I know I'm saying it wrong.
Camellia. I don't know.
Camellia.
I don't know what Aca Camellia is.
I saved this card for you.
Oh my god, look at that.
Isn't that awesome? I knew you'd like the oranges.
Oh my god, they got oranges everywhere. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing.
Oh, you can put that in your orange collection.
My orange collection?
The shelf that has all the vintage Florida oranges, even though that one's from California. He's like, his orange shelf? He's like, I want an orange.
This is Florida.
I thought it said it was California.
Picking the citrus crop in Florida.
Or maybe there's another one I did not put aside. There might be. There's like so much stuff. So many cards. It's like from two families. One from St. Louis and then one from Bunker Hill, Illinois.
Funny though, the message only talks about going to 3 fish fries. They went to fish fries already, but they didn't talk about the oranges.
They have 3 fish fries?
What's up,
Who has fish fries? They could go to 3 of them. I want to go to a fish fry.
Sounds like they went to people's houses.
That's true. Like and I talk about that earlier with Robert too. Like, you didn't eat out when you went on vacation. Like, his mom would cook in the hotel. I assume my aunt and grandma cooked in the hotel. I don't remember that, but Robert remembers his mom's cooking in the hotel. His mom cooking in the hotel. And she always had a hot plate, right? What did
She had a plug-in skillet.
a plug-in skillet? Like,
You
nowadays.
can do everything with that.
Nowadays, you're not allowed to use those in hotels. Like, the neighbors will complain about the smell, etc.
It's a different day.
I know, it is a different day. That's the point. But yeah, she would have a plug-in skillet and like cook bacon and eggs for breakfast. It's like in the hotel room. Oh, that is awesome. All I remember is stopping at rest stops and eating bologna sandwiches and chips and having the best time. That's what I remember. Ooh, here's a Disney, one lone Disney card. Disneyland. And, oh my god, what is this?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like Japanese, Chinese.
That's not Japanese.
That's not. It's like all the other ones are English, and then the one Florida, or the one Disney I like, and it's a language I have no idea what it is. You think it's I bet it's Japanese.
Either Japanese or Chinese.
I bet it's Japanese. All right, what do you guys think? Is this Japanese or Chinese?
Maybe it's neither.
Maybe it's neither.
Maybe it's Korean or
But it's to Miss
Vietnamese.
Lisa Marsh in Urbana, Illinois. Holiday Inn. We did not stay on Holiday Inns. This has to be Yellowstone, right? Is this one Yellowstone? Oh, I'm wrong again. Canadian Rockies. Ooh, look at that orange one. I'll save that orange one for Robert too. Look at that one. That one's really old. Really old. 1956. That one is California. Lake Superior. Okay, now I'm just like, okay. Ooh, an outhouse. Does anyone remember? No, that's actually before my time. We never used outhouses. But my grandparents did use outhouses. I remember when I was younger visiting my grandma Grace on my mom's side, and they had an old outhouse in the yard. They didn't use it. They actually used it for storage at that point, but it was still standing, and they stored like lawnmowers and stuff in it. But it was still standing. As far as I know, it's still standing. I haven't visited them, well, they're all passed away, but they still own that property. I haven't visited that for years, so who knows? Wait, is that a pirate? Now I'm just flipping through. Florida Coconut Tree. Holiday Inn. That's another Holiday Inn. Another bear. Are we getting duplicates? Alright. I'm going to have to wrap this up because Robert is going to start working on the bathroom and it's going to get loud. So, did you look outside to see how beautiful our driveway looks?
It looks wonderful.
It looks wonderful.
See the lady, she decided to start shoveling her driveway.
Oh, just no one was out when I was. I got out at. I think I was doing it like at 8 o'clock. No one was out. Just the snow plow drove up and down, and I felt bad for him because he couldn't do half of it because all the cars parked in the
I know,
street.
I don't get it. You people know it's snowing.
Yeah, this wasn't a surprise snow. There was warning. People should have moved their cars. Now they're pretty much blocked in by like a foot of snow. But then, it could be cars that just sit there. Who knows?
No, not that one across the street.
Oh, the one across the street, that car wasn't there.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people on our side.
All right.
No, that car wasn't there. And the lady across the street brought her kids out to like sled, and that lasted literally, she was out for 2 minutes, and then she took them back inside. I'm not for sure where she thought she was sledding. They took 2 steps in the snow and turned back around. And they're like, no, what is this stuff? We don't like it. Snow, that's what it was. Oh my god, I gotta resist the urge to keep all of these postcards because they truly are fascinating. I am going to pick out my favorites for my junk journal. Oh my god, The Legend of the Sand Dollar. This is another postcard I swear I had as a kid. Legend of the Sand Dollar. Love it. Pheasants. Anyway, like I'm saying, I will definitely keep a couple for my own personal junk journals. And then I will sell the rest. I'm going to just group them. There's another squirrel. I might keep that. I love squirrels. Group them in chipmunk. There's that chipmunk one again. Lincoln. I don't know, like I said, I still gotta research. I'll just Google it, look at eBay. How do other people sell postcards? Sell them on eBay, sell them on Etsy. And then hopefully they'll find a good home. Someone who can appreciate them. This is Disney, right? This is Disney Main Street. Am I right? Am I right? I'm wrong. Country Club Plaza, Kansas City, Missouri. Dear Pop, went to Kansas City over the weekend to see a play by some Japanese theater students. I think we spent more hours on the road, 18 hours round trip, than we actually did in Kansas City. I didn't have any stamps with me, so I had to mail them after I got back to Illinois. Just wanted you to know I'm thinking of you and Mom. Hope you're feeling pretty good. Take care, Elisa. Godfrey, Illinois. That's cool. I could just spend all day reading these postcards, but let's see. I swear for a minute there I saw a Holiday Inn postcard for. No, you didn't do Holiday Inn. Tell me again. That's Western, right?
Yeah, but not in Florida.
Did you ever stay in a Holiday Inn?
Yeah.
This is Columbia, Mississippi. So you did stay at Holiday Inns. Alright, I'll stop because Robert has to. He's got work. This is the last pack. I'm sure it's very similar to all the others. So thanks for watching. If you have any tips on what I should do with these postcards, please comment down below. If anybody wants to do some friend mail and would like me to send them a couple postcards, if you have particular ones you collect or you would like, make a comment down below and send me an email. I will definitely share some postcards if anybody would like some. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you later.